So Season 5 of Halo Infinite has finally gotten Firefight, months after it was promised. Thank you, 343. Now, I want to discuss how well it's been and kind of compare it to the other games, also having some gameplay in the background. Now, Firefight in Halo Infinite is very much different from the previous generations of it. Firefight in ODST was, well, ODST, but the waves were longer, enemies hit harder, and was just a longer campaign mission. Halo Reach was, well, the first actual attempt of a modern firefight, being more teammate focused if you had good teammates. Halo 4, as far as I can remember, did not have firefight at all, because 343 didn't know how to program, I bet. Halo 5 had Warzone, EA the Warzone, and I had some fun in it, like most certainly with friends, but it was just like so pay to win. The mantises, scorpions, whatnot. Practically Mythic was just wave 5, get all the Mythics out, no question, waste your cash. And now we have Halo Infinite's version, delayed over 2 years because 343 used contract employees. Thank you, Microsoft. Very cool. Yeah. Now it's out after 2+ years. How does it stack up to others? Well, here's how it works. In the modern firefight in Halo Infinite, instead of having a life pool where if one of your idiotic teammates dies, you all lose a life, instead you get infinite lives. But when you die, instead of wasting one of your lives, you basically become a ghost from Destiny 2 and you have to get rezzed. Now, this is actually easy for me to do because I'm a grinder of the Destiny 2. Please help me. And really, it's overpowered. I mean, you could purposely get yourself killed, and as you can see on screen, you get an overshield that lasts probably longer, I think, than the actual power up. So, there's that. Also, another thing is that, well, the current version of Firefight Out is the King of Hill variant, where, well, it's King of the Hill but Firefight. You have to go to a zone, enemies spawn in, take the hill. If enemies kill all of you and get in, they get the zone. Also, if everyone dies, you lose immediately, so there's that. Now, honestly, the banished in the campaign were stupidly easy. Even on Legendary, it was so easy to accomplish. But here, the banished are, the AI at least feels a lot more fun to fight. Maybe that's the whole co-op aspect of it, but they definitely feel like they hit harder. Ignore my gameplay for that. Yeah. The bosses, as shown here, are a lot more dangerous than they were in the campaign. In fact, I feel like all the midi bosses, high value targets, and main campaign bosses themselves feel a lot more refined and tougher during a firefight session, especially on heroic, because they deal a lot of damage. And I'm pretty sure every boss is in the game, except for the Harbinger, because, well, she needs a specific arena and she has a unique boss mechanic, but anyhow. Currently, there are 7 firefight maps, and there's only like one that's like reused from the campaign. I don't know what it is. I could have sworn that in the marketing they said 2 of the maps were from the campaign, but that could be my memory messing up again, as it usually does for me. But also, I've just had so much fun recently. Like, things have just been good in this last part of the year. And it's definitely raised the game standards. I mean, I've heard that it's finally reached mostly positive on Steam for this game. Very good. Now moving on to heroic version. Now, for heroic, it's a bit tougher, I would say. Like, here's the footage of my firefight. on heroic. It's definitely not the same as like legendary or mythic Warzone from Halo 5 because that was just so stupid. Give you a lot of XP though. But yeah, really the only major change I see is that skulls are more often to get added and enemies just do a bit more damage. And really, the enemies themselves, like, you were given a bandit and auto rifle to start out. The bandit Evo is overpowered. Like you can see here, I'm just getting so many kills with the Evo alone. And really, the only difficult enemies are like Golden Brute and the Hunters and such. Also, to kind of add on, it just feels like this is like a power fantasy version of Firefight. And I think that's why I like it so much. This makes you feel like instead of surviving a bunch of waves and like constantly dying and blaming your friends, this is like a funner version of Firefight where you feel like you're a Spartan and that you're actually, well, being smart, using weapons to your advantage, or just spamming the Ravager against these hunters here. And really, it's just so much fun. Although, I'm going to start getting into complaints now. One of the main things is that weapons shouldn't respawn every wave, like maybe every 2 waves instead of like every wave. Like, it just feels like, hey, there's sport. So you know how you ran out of all your ammo? Well, here's all of it back. Go have fun. Like, I kind of want that more survivalish. Like, keep the fun part, keep the fun. But like, maybe don't have all the weapons respawn. Like maybe have the racks and ammo crates respawn, but like do not have the miniguns and warthogs just keep spawning. Speaking of warthogs, there is a surprising lack of vehicles. Like the only one I've ever seen is either the mongoose, razorback, or warthog. No banshee, wasp, or even a scorpion. It's kind of weird. Because like in the previous games, like every single vehicle was allowed. Like I can remember on Reach, one of the maps, you got a Falcon, which was overpowered as heck, bro. Like I just feel like vehicles are severely lacking. And that's one of the main things that I unfortunately fall into this mode is the lack of vehicles in Halo Infinite. Even in Big Team Battle, the upgraded version they released a few months ago, even then it felt like it was not really that important. Like you didn't feel a scale. And it's kind of the same here. Like you were fighting off endless waves that banish. I want to feel like I'm holding off an endless assault and having fun. So give me a scorpion so things can go boom. But yeah. Also, quick thing about the repair kit. Don't have any footage because when I was recording it, I was an idiot and forgot that Forge doesn't use theater. Bonk. That, yeah. Also, the sniper rifle is overpowered. Like, I swear, they changed the way it feels. Like, it's so much easier to use. Oh yeah, I am running this video as long as I can. But, yeah. Overall, I think Firefight for Halo Infinite is a massive improvement and definitely needed for this game. It just does everything I could have wanted. It's fun, it's not stupidly difficult, keeps that kind of balance, and it's just a nice relaxation from like getting back to work or from school. And just overall, it's relaxing. Although my cons are primarily little vehicles and the ammo is way too common. But overall, I would give it a 9 out of 10. It's just good. I do hope to see a legendary variant added in the future, and I would talk about they should add the original Firefight, but that's coming next week, so not much to complain about, really. But that's all I really wanted to talk about for Firefight. Highly recommend getting back on Infinite just to play it. Like, honestly, it's so good. New video coming out soon, hopefully. Gonna make it a vlog video finally. See you.